Alright, we have the exhaust loose from the heads. This cylinder is at top dead center. For those who don't know, when you turn this engine over, take the spark plugs out, both sides, put the bike in 5th gear, bump the wheel, turning the engine over while you're watching through the hole with a light. When you get the Z tab, Z like zebra, that's going to be followed by your top dead center tab, which says S and OT. OT in the center of the window will bring you to top dead center. Top dead center at that marking might be left cylinder, might be right cylinder. You can tell by if the valves are loose. If the valves are not loose on the side that you need to adjust or remove in this situation, then you need to bump the engine over again with the rear wheel 360 degrees to get the OT tab back again, and then you will have top dead center on the opposite cylinder, which we have now. What you need to do here, we are going to tie, it may not show up on the video, but there is an arrow on the cam gear. Yeah, it actually does show up with the light. Right in here, pointing inwards. So we are at top dead center. Everything is lined up. Everything's happy. You can see some holes in this cam gear. We're going to run wire through the gear and around the chain before we remove it from here. This is under pressure because we have the cam chain tensioner here. We can remove that. Doesn't really matter in this case. I may pull it off just to do that. If Sean wants to grab a 16 or a 17 millimeter wrench, we can take that off. I'm going to back this bolt out here a little bit more so I can back the cam gear off a little bit and get my wire in. Yeah, just give it a good smack towards me. One thing you do not want to do, back up a little bit, to loosen up this nut on the cam gear. Have a friend or use a tie strap or something to lock the rear brake down while the bike is in gear. Use a long 2-foot breaker bar with the 8mm hex socket on it and give it a good smack. I mean, put some muscle into it and this will break free easily. Do not use a freaking air impact or any sort of air tool to loosen that up. It will shatter that entire cam chain rail. One hit, boom, rail shatters, and then you'll be fishing shit out of the bottom of this engine forever, and there is no bolt-on oil pan on these. You will be fishing for crap with the cylinder heads and cylinders off, trying to get the remnants of that cam chain guide rail apart. So anyway, we have our tensioner out. We have our cam gear backed up, and we're going to feed some wire into this. Get my freaking glove off. You carefully go through the hole here, out the back, and try to lock this into place. Once we get it through here, I'm going to tie it, and that way it can't move and we'll be in good shape.